Welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here with another story. I got a fun book tonight. You know, Miss Dorothy really loves books about giraffes. We've read a few and I found one that I think you're really gonna like. It's called Giraffes Can't Dance. Giraffes Can't Dance. This is a story about a giraffe who doesn't think he can dance and it makes him kind of sad. But then something amazing happens and we need to get into this book and find out what it is. Are you ready to get inside this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up because here we go. Giraffes Can't Dance. Written by Giles Andreae, illustrated by Parker-Rees. Gerald was a tall giraffe whose neck was long and slim, but his knees were awfully crooked and his legs were rather thin. He was very good at standing still and munching shoots off trees, but when he tried to run around, he buckled at the knees. Oh no, poor Gerald. He's really tall, but his legs don't run very fast. Now every year in Africa they hold the jungle dance, where every single animal turns up to skip and prance. And this year when the day arrived, poor Gerald felt so sad, because when it came to dancing, he was really very bad. Oh, poor Gerald. He knows that his legs are too tall and thin, and he doesn't think he can dance well. The warthog started waltzing, and the rhinos rock and rolled. The lions danced a tango that was elegant and bold. Wow, all the other jungle animals are dancing well. The chimps all did the cha-cha with a very Latin feel. And 8 baboons then teamed up for a splendid Scottish reel. Gerald swallowed bravely as he walked toward the floor. But the lions saw him coming and they soon began to roar. "Ah! Hey, look at clumsy Gerald," the animals all sneered. "Giraffes can't dance, you silly fool. Oh, Gerald, you're so weird." Oh no, the animals are making fun of him. Gerald simply froze up. He was rooted to the spot. "They're right," he thought. "I'm useless. Oh, I feel like such a clot." So he crept off from the dance floor and he started walking home. He'd never felt so sad before. So sad and so alone. Poor Gerald. I wish those animals hadn't made fun of him. Then he found a little clearing and he looked up at the sky. "The moon can be so beautiful," he whispered with a sigh. Excuse me," coughed a cricket, who'd seen Gerald earlier on. "But sometimes when you're different, you just need a different song." "Listen to the swaying grass and listen to the trees. To me, the sweetest music is those branches in the breeze. So imagine that the lovely moon is playing just for you. Everything makes music if you really want it to." With that, the cricket smiled and picked up his violin. Then Gerald felt his body do the most amazing thing. His hoofs had started shuffling, making circles on the ground. His neck was gently swaying, and his tail was swishing round. Gerald starting to move to the music that the cricket's making. He threw his legs out sideways and he swung them everywhere. Then he did a backward somersault and leapt up in the air. He's dancing! Gerald is dancing! Gerald felt so wonderful his mouth was open wide. "I'm dancing! Yes, I'm dancing! I am dancing!" Gerald cried. Then one by one each animal who'd been there at the dance arrived while Gerald boogied on and watched him quite entranced. They shouted, "It's a miracle! We must be in a dream! Gerald's the best dancer that we've ever seen." Good, the animals are not making fun of him anymore. "How did you learn to dance like that? Please, Gerald, tell us how." But Gerald simply twirled around and finished with a bow. Then he raised his head and looked up at the moon and the stars above. "We can all dance," he said, "when we find music that we love." Wow, I really like that book. Oh my. You know, I got really sad when the animals were making fun of Giraffe for falling down. It wasn't his fault that his legs were so long and thin. But I tell you what, once that cricket started playing that music and the giraffe started moving around and found out he really could dance, and then the animals were all happy, that really made me love this book. I like books where people learn lessons about being nice, and I think that those animals learned a lesson about not picking on Giraffe, and Giraffe learned that he could dance. He just needed to find the right music, and he found it from the cricket and the moon. I like this book. I hope you enjoyed it too. It was a lot of fun. But it's not time to dance now. It's time for all my little giraffes to scamper off into bed. I need you to get under your covers, cuddle up, curl up, get ready for a really good night's sleep. And I tell you what, tomorrow when you're out running around, being nice to your friends, not picking on people, because that's not kind. But when you're out there running around, doing your thing, dancing out in the grass, there's something really important you need to do for Miss Dorothy. Obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see me again. I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye! Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book. And I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.